been a very long ass time and coming, but I am here to review my very first NXT pay-per-view, NXT Takeover London. I'm going to be giving this the Star Wars treatment. That's right, we're going backwards with this bitch. So, without further ado, let's get started. This show is fucking kick ass. Match number one is Asuka versus Emma. A very heel turned Emma, and god damn it, it is about time Emma had turned heel, because this right here, what the fuck was this shit about? Get that shit out my face, WWE. It's about time you turned her heel, take her back down to NXT where she can learn a little bit more, because Emma can wrestle. And finally, this heel turn shows she can wrestle pretty damn good. Match went on decent time, went on at least 20 minutes. I counted. Great back and forth action between those two, especially Asuka or Asaka. I can't fucking pronounce her name. I gotta hear it again in order for me to say it right. But that girl, that Asian chick can whoop your ass. She ain't no joke. I love it. Fucking love it. She gets the win, of course. Match number two is Enzo and Swaft versus Dash and Dawson for the NXT tag titles. Tag team wrestling has never looked so damn good since the old days of TNA. Thank you, Triple H. You know, I don't agree with you on everything, but what you did to NXT is far, far superior than anything on Monday Night Raw or SmackDown. And you remember what NXT used to be? It used to be a waste of fucking time. It used to be a little exercise segment on Monday Night Raw where they run through fucking obstacle courses. Anybody remember that NXT? No? Good. It was ass. Again, tag team match was great. Although Dash and Dawson do get the win for this. The crowd, British crowd is awesome. God damn, this crowd made the show because they were just so energetic. They knew it was NXT. They knew they were going to get their money's worth. They were fucking happy. And plus, it also made me laugh. Every time somebody got thrown outside and the referee started counting 1, they will immediately go 2. Then he goes 3. Then they go 4. More about that crowd in a minute. Match number 3 is, I forgot his first name, but his name is Corbin. How do I not know this? And I watched fucking Breaking Ground at this point. Versus Apollo Crews. Fucking awesome. Just great chemistry coming off these two. And speaking of, to see him talking trash to Apollo Crews, you should have stayed in the States, man. You should have stayed in the States. They even had the balls to mention New Japan Pro Wrestling and fucking Ring of ROH. You should have stayed in the ROH. Like, what? You couldn't get away with that shit on Monday Night Raw or SmackDown. You being some much heap of shit. Triple H don't give a fuck. And he's monitoring the event backstage with headphones. He hears it. He doesn't give a fuck. Nice. Fucking nice. Baron Corbin gets the win, of course, but a great match. Oh my god. Next match is for the NXT Women's title. Oh my god, they actually call it Women's title? Huh? What? I haven't heard that term Women's title since the late 90s, early 2000s Trish Stratus era. You got the newly entered Nia Jax, which is also another family member of the Rock's family, I believe, versus Bayley. Bayley. And speaking of Bayley, the crowd came back again singing "Will You Be My Girl" to Bayley, and I was like, you guys are fucking awesome. I love this crowd. They just made every match that much more awesome, because they were also chanting, "This is wrestling, this is awesome." I heard them saying shit, and then they said fuck. I think they said fuck you to not Apollo Crews, to Baron Corbin, if I'm not mistaken. I think Samoa Joe as well, even though half of them were on Samoa Joe's side, but we'll get to that. Great women's match. Fuck the Divas Revolution. That is slowly going downhill, as you can probably notice by now. since everybody that was in NXT are now on the current roster are not wrestling like they did when they were on NXT, because of course with upgrading to the main roster goes your chances of ever looking good ever again. Because why? Vince McMahon wants you to slow down. But yes, Bayley and Nia Jax tore the floor up. It was great times. Love watching this. Such good women's wrestling, and I hope we see more of these two in the future NXTs. Bayley gets the win and retains her title. And now, the fifth and final match of Takeover London is for the NXT title. Samoa Joe versus Finn the Demon Balor. Match of the night. Even though that's impossible because every match in NXT is match of the night. But this match did it. This was fucking awesome. The spots alone were fucking awesome. The fact that Samoa Joe is still called Samoa Joe and still wrestling in the same gear as he did in TNA is awesome. He's a wrestler I don't want to see go to the main roster, because the moment he does, he will not wrestle like Samoa Joe anymore. But I love the fact that everybody still says, Joe's gonna kill you, just like they did in the TNA days. Great stuff. If you don't know, Samoa Joe came from TNA. Samoa Joe and Finn Balor just look great together. They just work well off each other. It's good to see two talented wrestlers go at it and tell a good fucking story, as well as putting on a very fucking awesome match. We don't get that shit nowadays. Finn Balor gets the win and retains his NXT title. NXT Takeover London is going to get an A from me, no questions asked. This was a fucking awesome show. Can't wait to review the rest. Let me know what you guys think about NXT Takeover London down below. Did you like it? Did you hate it?